Ohio, part of the Dayton Boys crew, in the convertible 350Z. Big entry, some front wheel lockout, a little late in the first outer zone. Still in second outer zone, no problem. Little handbrake traction extension. Working the clutch. Nice transition there. Overall, I'd say conservative. Nice on throttle transition there. Unfortunately, came up a little short, but that is the excitement I do like to see. Really like to see those on throttle transitions there.
There's the excitement.
That's the excitement I like to see.
I mean, it makes sense that entry was extremely early flicking.
Driver Floyd Pendleton. He had this thing up on jack stands yesterday and all night, putting a new transmission in this car. I think he only got about one practice run today. A little conservative on the entry. Still in the zones, but lacking the confidence in the transitions.
Nicely done on 5.
Still the outer zone, the final outer zone nicely. A little shallow everywhere else, lacking the angle that I'd like to. Nice big entry in the dirt, a lot of angle, a little too much sauce there. That's the aggression I like to see. Unfortunately, couldn't keep it together there.
We've seen a lot of drivers unfortunately overtaking that entry.
Yeah, that's a difficult entry. It's rather higher speed than normal into the type of over 90-degree hairpin, so it definitely requires some extra precision.
But props to him for getting the.
All right, next up we have Josh Cook in the 370Z Nismo with a rear mount turbo setup on there. Big understeer, that's going to be a 0 from the get-go, but listen to this thing scream for the rest of this lap here.
It looks great, and it sounds great.
Oh yeah, it's a good sound to EQ. How often do people say that?
I know. Best way to make an EQ sound good is a turbo. It's like a saucy muffler.
There we go. Cleaning up that entry, big handbrake track, shallow on the first outer zone. Definitely not a 0, but definitely gonna need to hit those marks, and those points he probably needs to make it. Real wide there, big mistake. That unfortunately is a 0. As far as I'm concerned, parked it there and then the spin through the finish. He's gonna burn the rest of those tires off by the looks of it. Trying to put on display of how much power that rear mount turbo puts down. Dude, he's been pretty saucy this week, and I'm excited to see this run. Big handbrake drag there. I don't know that he got the car snapped as hard as he wanted to. Way deep in the outer zone 2, bumpers hanging off.
Donating a bumper to the cause.
A lot of clutch work there, nice and exciting. A lot of tire smoke. Bumper still hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, unfortunately, exactly.
Run number 2. Big on throttle transition. Looks like he kept the angle in a little front wheel line. Oh, big understeer right there. Unfortunately, the judges might see that as a 0 to start that runoff.
That's a bummer because I think he's having the same problem of just not snapping to angle like he's expecting to on entry. No issues in the rest of the track at all.
No, it's just a tricky entry for sure. The car is really dancing around on the limit of. We have Ty Keller out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Z33 DQDE Big entry, losing the bumper and side skirt, it looks like. Getting into that first outer zone a little late. Still in outer zone 2. No problem with the extension. Little handbrake there. Getting into outer zone 4. Nice big snap transition to the final outer zone. A lot of commitment there on that run.
This is the weirdest streaker I've ever seen. He's got all his clothes on.
Big early entry on the limiter. Big handbrake drag into the first outer zone. A lot of aggression here on the drum. Lots of angle in outer zone 2. No problem with the extension. Big flick in the final outer zone. I think this is definitely some good points on the board there. I really like to see that aggressive entry.
Absolutely.
Keep the angle in it.
A lot of speed.
Z35. Pretty conservative on the entry, long handbrake drag. Didn't really have the commitment in the snap. A little shallow there. I don't know if he made it into outer zone 4. Late into the final outer zone. We'll see if he can clean it up on his second run there.
Yeah, super, super important to stay wide.
Nice speed there on the entry. Nice snap there. Getting a little dirt. I like to see that. A lot more confidence. Real deep into the first outer zone if he can keep it together. Making his way in outer zone 2. A little sloppy, but he's getting. Oh, huge correction there, unfortunately.
Just way too far inside for that turn. There was almost no way to make it around there.
That's a 0-0 there. Hey guys. LS powered S14. Little bobble on entry, real shallow. Big correction there. That's going to have to be up on the second run. Little sight lap here. Good amount of smoke, but the fluidity is just not there throughout the run.
Yeah, especially not between entry and 1. Just looking like he ripped out.
All right, Mike Drake run number 2. Ooh, a lot more aggression on that entry, keeping it smooth. Getting out on 1 nicely there. Nice consistent angle. A little shallow on outer zone 2, but the consistency with the angle of the car is definitely nice. Confidence in the transitions. Definitely not a super exciting run, but he hit most of his car by the looks of it, especially boost up here. Camaro, not sure, but a newer chassis for him. He graduated from the G35 sedan into the Camaro, and still I think he's getting used to this chassis. As you can see, he's missed his mark so far on this run. Definitely going to have to clean it up on run number 2, at least to get into that first outer zone.
He's got the concept, but I would like to see him just a little deeper throughout the entire track. Maybe just a conservative first run, and he's going to get a little bit more.
Big entry, lots of angle, little dirt drop, nice consistent angle there. I like to see that. A little late in the first outer zone, a lot of angle, a lot of reaction here. Definitely the excitement that I like to see. A little handbrake drag on the extension, full lock there, on throttle transitions. Definitely a nice, exciting run. I like to see. That's what I like to see. These judges might be. Next up, we have Derek Indy in the 3rd generation RX-7. Big handbrake drag there. This car makes a solid 60 foot-pounds of torque As you can tell, a lot of clutch work here. It's actually not misfiring, it just sounds that good. Hit most of his marks, so I'd like to see a little bit more angle, but that could be some points on the board there.
No trails.
Big aggressive entry, a long handbrake drag, late to outer zone 1. Nice clutch kick there between that transition. Little shallow angle there on the extension there. Into the zone, maybe a little shallow. Would have liked to see more angle. Shaft yesterday. Source one and got that sorted out throughout the night. He doesn't finish it up today. He has not done any runs yet today, so this is his first lap out. Ultra deep there. Put some sauce on it. He'll have to clean that up, obviously, but I'm sure to treat it as a side lap because this is his first time on track today.
Yeah, I think he was changing the oil when Prelim started.
This is by far my favorite E46 ever. Nice front lock up there. Getting in outer zone 1, nice and lots of angle. On throttle transition there. A little early out of outer zone 2. A lot of angle through the extension. Working that clutch, a lot of action going on inside that car. A lot of smoke and wheel speed. A lot of commitment here. Really would like to see this car in the bracket, so we'll see how the judges score that. Van Kern from Pittsburgh in the G37. Nicely, a lot of angle in that first outer zone. Get the car on its marks. Little dirt drop there on the extension. Looks like he's filling that fourth outer zone nicely. A lot of angle coming into the final outer zone. Not bad, Kenny Kearns. Commitment on that entry again. This is looking very similar to the first run so far. The judges are definitely going to like that consistency. Unfortunately, right there on the extension, he had a big straight, so I have a feeling we're going to be going off that first run score for sure.
Disappointing because he had a really good entry, very, very deep in outer zone number 1.
Laurel also street driven all the way here. 7 hours, SR20 powered. A lot of angle on that flick there. Getting it slowed down, filling that first outer zone. Nice lock-to-lock transitions there. A lot of angle going through those zones. Working that clutch. Early into that final outer zone, had good angle there. That's definitely points on the board.
Absolutely. That was a great run. Just entering that huge flick.
Looking like an identical run so far to run number 1. Maybe a bit a little deeper in that second outer zone. Looks like nice and early into the fourth outer zone. A lot of angle. Same thing with the final outer zone. Very similar run. The consistency here the judges are definitely going to like to see. Very likely we'll see him in the so Club FR legend from Team Proceed. In the turbocharged, HKS turbocharged FRS, BRZ, I'm not sure which one it is. Nice speed on that entry. I'd like to see a little bit more angle, but he's getting to those zones. No problem with the extension. Clutch kick transition there to snap to a lot of angle. I love to see that.
Absolutely. Outer Zone 5 looking really good. Huge flicks.
Nice high-speed aggressive entry. Nice and deep into the first outer zone. Definitely seeing a little bit more angle here in commitment. Cleaning things up for sure. Keeping more angle through the extension there. Less handbrake. Clutch kick transition into a lot of angle in the final outer zone. Definitely keeping it exciting.
Yeah, really similar to his first run. Again, love that last zone, but I think he's leaving a few.
Next up we have JP Honeycutt from Dayton, Ohio. The JC Power Genesis big handbrake track there. Didn't quite make it in the first outer zone. A lot of wheel speed as you can see from the tire smoke there. Nice clutch work, snappy transition to the final outer zone. However, you're going to have to clean up the earlier part of the run on run number 2, otherwise you might have trouble making it onto that bracket.
For sure. It's a little bit late.
Alright, run number 2, see if he cleans up his entry here. Big snap in the handbrake, a lot more consistent there. The angle, still shallow on the first outer zone. A little shallow on zone number 2 as well, but much more fluid run so far. A lot of wheel speed. There's clutch work, very shallow in the final outer zone.
With the amount of speed that he's bringing through this course, I would have liked him to be on a wider line.
Next up we have Mike Antonovich in the 350Z. Little bobble on that transition, trying to save it with a handbrake. Little correction there. Trying to salvage the run, but I think it's over with by now. We'll see if Mike can clean that up. Run number 2. Alright, we'll see if Mike can clean this up. Oh, another bobble there on entry.
Unfortunately, that's not going to do it.
Look at the lot, quite similar to run number 1. A lot of clutch kicks there trying to make it through that extension. Cleaned it up near the final portion, but I think there's just a lot of corrections going on there. I'd be surprised if we see him in the 32 bracket. This is the 5 Series V8 swap E36. I know he was having some issues, some power issues, some voltage issues. Full 360 into outer zone number 2, and then a major dirt drop. We'll consider this a sight lap. There goes part of the bumper.
See if you can get the engine down for the second run, because that first run is going to be a wash, unfortunately.
All right, we're boys starting off with a dragging bumper, flapping, nice backfire, too deep again. Unfortunately, that's just not going to cut it for the bracket. See if we can put a nice little show on for you guys.
Car looks great, cool swap, love the wheels, wings cool. Unfortunately, not going to make it into the show.
All right, next up we have Chris Morton in the Z33. Let's be a little hesitant on the entry. Big straight there into the second outer zone.
Straight again.
Definitely having some issues there with
Helped push him to his pit earlier, so he might be fighting some car trouble.
oh yeah. Looks like he's a little down. Bracket drivers, please make your drivers only, by the way. Drivers only. If you're not a driver, stay home.
Still kind of stalling on entry there, unfortunately, but
Yeah, a lot of clutch kicks there, extra hooked up, it sounds like.
can't seem to keep a thing at angle for a long time. I'm gonna let the judges decide if that was a straight between 1 and 2, but it was darn close to being 1. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's gonna be enough to get him in